Hello, this video is a demonstration of a new trading robot that we've just published. It's ClickAlgo Switchback Crypto Trading System. What that means is this robot is tailored more towards cryptocurrencies. We've optimized parameters for Bitcoin. So all the parameters that you get with this robot will be for the Bitcoin instrument that you're going to use. And then we've got 4 or 5 different settings that you can use to get different values back depending on your risk. So I'm going to briefly give you an overview of, if you're unfamiliar with this, what's going on here. This is the cTrader trading platform. It's written by Spotware. It's version 3, and as you can see here, this is the automated trading module for you doing your automated trading robots. They've also got a manual, if you click at the button top left, a manual module for doing your manual trading. But in this instance, we're going to show you how to do automated trading. So this robot has very few parameters. It's based on a switchback Forex robot. So if I click on the Forex robot down here, where did it go? Where did it go? I'll just add a symbol. You can see that the original switchback Forex robot has many parameters. Okay. So what we've done, this gives the actual switchback Forex robot gives you all of the parameters, so you can really tweak it and do it to alter your trades. But if you're unfamiliar with all the features that robot has to offer, the crypto robot is a cut down version for the parameters that you can set. So it's tailored towards cryptocurrencies, but it only gives you the parameters that you really need to get the most out of this robot. Okay. And another reason we did this is so that you can optimize the parameters to get the best results out. And we'll give you a video demonstration later to show you how you can optimize different cryptocurrency symbols. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is just go through the parameters and explain them to you so you understand what they do. Okay, so for starters, what you'll probably do is download the robot from our website. With the robot, you'll have the parameters. They're called CBOT sets. You can load them in just by, or first of all, you'll just click on the button here and you'll add an instance. So you'll add a new instance to this robot. Okay, and so here you can see there's 4 instances. Once you get the instance, you just right click on the instance and you click load parameters. Navigate to where the parameters are that you downloaded and just load them in. It's that simple. Once they've loaded in, you'll notice they've all got different values. If you don't see Bitcoin showing here, so in this example we're using IC Markets. If you're not using IC Markets and you're using another broker, you'll need to actually probably select that Bitcoin symbol from the drop-down list. Okay, it might be called something different. Also note that some brokers don't support Bitcoin, so you need to make sure that your broker does. So first of all, you select the symbol, which is fair enough. The time frame should be set when you load in your parameters from us. It's normally 1 hour. Custom instance name, that's just so that you can run multiple symbols with different names. So because I've got 4 here, I'd call the first one Crypto 001, and I would call the second one Crypto 002, and so on. This is so you don't get confused with, these robots don't get confused with each other, that they can trade independently. Okay. Crypto volume, you'll notice that if I right click on the chart, select new order, and select lots, you'll notice that you've only got a few choices, 1 to 4 lots, okay, for this account that I'm using there. So this is the lot size you're going to put in for creating an order. Leave all the default values as they are if you're going to use our set parameters. I'll show you later our backtest results. If you want to get similar results, you just don't touch the parameters. If you want to configure it yourself to get better results or to experiment, then change the parameters. Pip step. Well, quickly, I'll just tell you now that if you go to our Switchback Forex trading robot, it gives you more information about all of these parameters and what they do. We've got many videos and a product page will actually tell you more information about it. So I'm only going to tell you briefly now. Pip step means that this robot operates every time there's a pip step. So every time the price reverses 2 pips, it opens a new position. This robot uses multi-time frame indicators. You really need to look at the Switchback Forex product page to find out exactly how it all works. But in a nutshell, it uses many different indicators on 5 different time frames from 1 hour to 1 day to make sure that the trend is the correct direction before it enters a buy or sell. So this is a trend technical indicator sort of robot. But a lot of that logic is hidden from you. You just need to know the basics to actually operate the robot. Okay. So just recap again, you need to look at the Switchback Forex trading robot and look at all the videos to understand fully how this robot works. The actual logic behind it is hidden from you on this crypto trading robot, just so you can focus on the basic parameters. Rsi Signal Filter. This uses our DiNapoli stochastic RSI. You can see at the bottom here. And there's some special logic in there to decide whether it opens or closes trades. And we've got some really cool logic to actually decide to kind of filter out fake signals to when it's buy or sell. Okay, so I'll go through more details on that in a minute. Max trades per day. That's pretty straightforward. It means how many trades you're allowed to have open and close in one day. So it's actually how many trades close in one day. Sorry, I'll take that back. It's how many trades open in one day. How many trades actually opened in that particular day, okay? Max losing trades. This is to help you in the event of like a major news release or noise in the markets when all the technical indicators won't work. And if you start losing positions because of that, once you've hit, say in this example, 4 losing positions, it stops trading for that day. That gives it time for the noise to settle down, and the next day when the trading starts again, it will go back into the normal sort of process of running, okay? Now in this example, we're going to close only on DiNapoli. So the DiNapoli indicator you can see along the bottom here, we're only going to close when the price of the DiNapoli is above 84 or below. So in this case, I'll just quickly show you what goes on, okay? So you can see here on the right hand side that there was a lot of sellers in the market, and this Bitcoin was oversold. It's pretty much oversold right now. You can see down here that it's below the 30 level. So because it's also hit a bit of resistance, there's a high chance that it will actually reverse price direction. It's just a probability. But what this would do, this would say that if the stochastic signal line, I think it's the red one, goes below 24, okay, I think it is 24, what it will do, it will close all sell positions. Because what it's saying is, it's oversold. This Bitcoin is oversold. I'm going to sell all my sell positions and get out. Okay, that's the only way this trading robot actually closes position. It doesn't use a stop loss. We've got the option for trailing stop, but we've not turned it on. So by doing it just this way, it actually only opens or closes positions when it's overbought or oversold. Okay. Okay, so we've got down here max trades in red. What this means is how many positions at any time are you going to be at a loss. So in this case, if you've got 5 positions open and they're all losing, it won't open up another position, because what it's saying is there's a potential that it's on a losing streak, something's not quite right. Let's not open any more positions so we can have any more losses. So it limits the losses, okay? Something we've not turned on, which is trailing stop. Now, if you turn trailing stop on, that's a very cool feature actually, and I do like it. It means that every time a position opens and it goes into profit, it will trail behind that profit and lock in the profits. We're not using it for this scenario. We did a quick back test, but you can also use that in your if you want to configure the parameters. One thing I want to show you is this. If I go to backtest, this is a backtest we did for this symbol. I'm just going to quickly show you the spread. So it's gone down a lot actually. So the live spread is 150, 250. When we did this backtest, we chose 1,200. This is IC markets. The spread is more. So I'll explain what's happened recently. The reason I haven't released this robot sooner is because this new version of cTrader 3 has just gone out, and different brokers are actually showing different spreads. FX Pro is showing a spread of 8,500, and IC Markets, you can see here, around 700. So I wanted to make sure that the actual spread was accurate, so I contacted FX Pro, and they said that the spread of 8,500 was how they configured the platform. It was the settings for this, so it's correct. So don't be put off by the value. But when you're doing your trailing stop, you just need to make sure that you're not going to use a trailing stop of 20 pips if the spread is 550 in this case, because straight away it will activate and close, so you'll get a lot of losing positions. So what you would want to do is set the trailing stop to, say, I don't know, 10,000 and the trailing pips to 1,000. So you'd have to experiment with the settings, because it's not like Forex where you have a spread of less than 1 pip and you can easily configure those settings. So just be wary about that, okay? So what I'll do now, I'll go into the backtest results. So for this instance, CBOT instance, with these parameters, the actual backtest results, if I go to trade statistics, it shows that there was a profit of 279%. So what I'll say is there was a starting capital of £5,000. The profit that was earned in 10 months, I think, was 13,926, and your ending equity was £27,000. Okay, important things to look out for on the back test is your drawdown. Your drawdown is your gambling factor. How much of your money were you actually risking in that period? And in this case, you'd risked 0% of your equity, but you risked 0.79% of your balance. Okay, it shows that there were 21 total trades. 14 of them were winning and 7 were losing. Okay, another important thing to look at is the Sharpe Ratio. It's 0.87, which is a very good amount. Okay, so if you ran this robot with a £5,000 starting capital, according to this data, you would get £27,000 back. But obviously, we can't predict what you'll get in future data. And you can see here that this is your actual. The yellow line is actually your positions that have closed. Okay, that's your balance. But the grey line above is positions that haven't closed. So in reality, £28,000 is positions that your equity, that if you were to close all your positions at that time, that's how much you would have. So in this scenario, you had £18,000 or just under £19,000 in the bank, but you also had positions open that were worth £27,000, so you could have closed them then. Yeah, I'll go to the next backtest results we got here. All these backtest results you'll get as parameters from us. So these, what we've done here is did a starting capital of £1,000. Okay. Now again, you can see that there was pretty much zero risk. What that means is at no point at any time was your capital or equity really at risk, and that's quite good. I'm not sure about these figures, so I would like to see traders actually start using this because obviously the platform's quite new now and this robot's new, so it'll be interesting to find out what the results are. One thing to point out is it doesn't open many trades. What I found is the best robots on the markets don't open many trades. Okay, it waits until the optimal time to enter the trade. Positions that normally enter all the time tend to lose a lot. So in this case, there was 17 trades, 16 won, 1 lost. It's got a very high Sharpe Ratio. £1,000 was turned into it's turned into £24,000 649. Okay, so I'll start that again. The ending balance was £15,000, but there was £24,000 still open if you were to close. I'll explain that again here. Normally, a lot of people's equity you see is below the yellow line, which means that it's a false signal. It means if you close positions, you would be at a loss. Here, it's saying that your balance at the end of this back test was £15,000. But if you were to suddenly, on the last minute, close all positions, you would have had £24,000. Okay, so according to this back test results, they're quite good. It means very low risk but high returns. I'll go back to the next one I've done. So you can see here that the actual robot had closed positions more. If I go to trade statistics, the balance drawdown, actually this is not a very good parameter set because it's showing a balance drawdown of 81%. So I won't include this one in the positions because it's too high a drawdown really. Okay, so I'm not going to include that one. I'm just going to delete that. So you'll get three of them now. Okay, on this scenario, I'll click on trade statistics. You can see that there was a max equity drawdown of 24%. Okay, started at £5,000. The ending equity was £40,000, but your ending balance was £53,000. That's a massive increase. It's 967%. And if I go to the equity chart, it actually shows you what's going on there, what your actual balance is, and what your drawdown is. The distance between these two. Okay, so what it's saying there is that my balance was £53,000, but if I was to close all the positions on the last minute, you'd only have £40,000, and that's because you've got positions open there that are actually behind. So these are just example parameters that I've run on a back test to send you to get you started, and I'm going to quickly show you now how to do a back test yourself. I know this video is going on a bit, so if you want to do a back test yourself, I'll go to the first one. You then click on, I'll start again, not a back test, but if you want to optimize the parameters to get the best returns, which you'd want to do probably every 2 or 3 months, this finds the best parameters there that you can use. So you would use this if you were actually using a different cryptocurrency symbol. Okay, you just simply click on the optimization tab. You then click on the backtest settings. You can start your starting capital to anything you want, copy the live spread, decide whether you want to use tick data or bar data, choose whether you've got commissions or not. Okay, most of the cryptocurrencies don't. You then click on this tab here, this button here, sorry, and now you want to select, I would leave the time frame at 1 hour, and I would actually leave all these ticks that you can see here, but turn the trailing stop off, and then that's it. And all you do then is you then press the play button there, and you'd sit back, and what would happen is this robot would find the best parameters for your symbol that you're showing. So if you're going to use a different type of cryptocurrency, this is what you want to do. You want to optimize the parameters, and then you want to apply those parameters and then save them somewhere, and then run a back test to make sure they're working okay. We've got other videos that actually show you how to run back tests correctly, so look into our YouTube collection of videos and it'll actually show you how to do it. Just to let you know what this algorithm does to find the best results, it will start with the worst case scenario. So it starts off looking at potential parameters, but slowly it will actually get better and better parameters until you've got the most optimal parameter, and on the last pass you'll have the best one. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about backtesting because there's a separate video that explains this. This is just to show you that if you were to run a backtest, this is how you would do it. And I would probably run a backtest every, I don't know, a couple of months just to make sure that you've still got good parameters for this symbol, okay? I think that's about it to cover it. Again, you can download this as a trial version for 30 days, which is quite a long time as a trial version, because we're quite confident after 30 days, if you're happy with it, you would purchase the product. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up because it helps us in our rankings on the Google search engine. Okay.